segment of The Exchange is sponsored by Michigan Wildlife Council. I am at the Lamberton Lake Fen Nature Preserve, and I'm joined by Colin Hoogerwerf. He is with the Land Conservancy of West Michigan, and we are here just inside the trailhead. And the fact that I think people may hear a little bit of freeway traffic, but we have this gorgeous nature preserve. That's part of the story of this space, right?
Yes, yes. So we're here, we're in, like you said, in the city limits of Grand Rapids. But this is a really neat place because it's home to what's called a prairie fen, which is one of the rare kinds of wetlands in Michigan. And so the preserve is 24 acres, but it is home to over 100 different species of plants. So this is what we call a biodiversity hotspot, which you usually think about in the jungle or somebody far away.
Yeah.
But we've got one right here in West Michigan.
And why is it that a hotspot?
Just because of the sheer number of species that you find here, which is far more than anywhere you would find around.
Plant and animal species?
Mostly plant, but a number of rare animal species, mostly insects. There's a couple of threatened insects that have been seen here.
And you have been dedicated to the protection of this space. And there's been something going on here, right, that has been concerning.
Yeah, that's right. This is really a story of volunteers. When we got this preserve back in 1994, it was almost completely overtaken by an invasive species called glossy buckthorn. So what buckthorn does is it grows really aggressively and it shades out the native plants. So over the past 10 or 15 years, we've been working with volunteers who come out in the winter when the fen is frozen to clear out that buckthorn. And in the past 3 or 4 years, we've seen some really amazing success.
In fact, in this space where we are standing, we can now see the beautiful creek that's running along behind us, but that was obscured by this buckthorn that wants to get in and gain a foothold and spread like mad.
Yep. So if you were looking at this view about 2 years ago, you would be standing in front of just a wall of plants. And so our volunteers have come in and they've cleared this and about 3 to 4 more acres just in the past couple of years. And what's really cool is what we see when we clear this plant, this invasive species, is that the native plants still have seeds in the ground, and those will start coming up as soon as this spring. So we've had volunteers out here this winter. In just a few months, we'll start seeing those native plants come back up. So
that
it's a really nice thing to see.
Yeah, and yet there's more to be done, right? And we're going to show that there is still a lot of work to be done.
There is more to be done, and it's a long fight. We have some other management tools like prescribed burns that help to keep the invasive species at bay. But without the volunteers, this wouldn't look like this, and we continue to count on them to help us keep this place healthy.
A failure to do that, it puts at risk this beautiful space that we're praising because it's right in the city, you know.
Yep.
It puts it at risk, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And the native species here and the threatened species here are really at peril of being lost from those invasive species.
Michigan Wildlife Council, of course, devoted to telling stories like this one about the value of the volunteer, the beauty of these spaces very near to our homes, and the importance of preserving them so that our children's children and beyond can enjoy these spaces.
That's right.
Okay, tell me a little bit, Colin, about what folks can do to get involved.
Yeah, so the Land Conservancy has 16 nature preserves like this one, and we have volunteer events once a month on the second Saturday of each month. We have information about those on our website, and we love people to come out and help keep all of our preserves healthy and make sure that future generations can enjoy all of those preserves for years to come.
All right, well, if you want to learn more about what the Michigan Wildlife Council is doing all over this state, you can check them out. We have put a link to their website on our site. Go to WZZM13.com. You'll find it there.